There are 3 things that I will not let my daughters do, and that is what I'm discussing in today's video. So if you want to know what they are, stay tuned, give it a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell so you get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday, and let's get to chatting. If this is the first time I'm meeting, thank you so much for clicking on my video. My name is Beck and I am a mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and today I'm discussing specifically 3 things that I will not let my daughters do now that they're at the ages where we're really trying to get good habits in, and I'm wanting to set them up for success in life. The first thing that I will not let my daughters do is use the word fat. I have never thought of a context where saying fat is uplifting or encouraging or supportive, and I feel like if you were to describe something being plump as in fat for like food, you could use other words other than fat. The reason why I won't let my daughters use the word fat is because I want them to respect themselves and I want them to respect others. I don't need them to think negatively about their bodies, and I feel like that word fat really does pull someone down. It really is degrading, and I don't want them to get into a habit where they even think that they can say that word in a joking manner and it won't hurt either themselves or someone else. This way, we are setting up the foundation for our girls to respect their bodies and to respect others' bodies and to acknowledge that everybody is different, and that's perfectly fine. And because we're going to be respecting our body, we are going to be raising our girls with the culture of making sure that they're looking after their bodies well. So we're going to be focusing on eating the rainbow, and we are going to focus on moving our bodies, not because we want to lose weight, but because we want to make our bodies healthy and strong. The way that I'm going to be doing this is leading by example. My girls already exercise with me as much or as little as they want. We went out and got exercising clothes, and they just really enjoy following the workout that I do in the mornings. We also focus on language that we're doing this exercise because we want to strengthen our heart and our lungs so that we can live a long, healthy life. That we want to build our muscles up so that we can run faster, jump higher. We want to be able to climb trees and swing on the monkey bars. We're not focusing on the negative things like losing weight because we want to be XYZ. We're really focusing on the fact that we're eating well and we're moving our body because we're wanting to make it strong and healthy. The second thing that I will not let my daughters do is chop someone else down to make themselves feel better. Tall poppy syndrome is so real, and I feel like we just do it so easily when we are just feeling insecure in ourselves. It's really easy to slip into that tendency of gossiping or whinging about somebody and pulling them down just to puff yourself up. And I never want my girls to do this. The values here in the Rashidi household is that we are loving and we are respectful. I'm really trying to install this in all of our kids, and especially our girls. I know how competitive being a girl is and how easy it is to get jealous about somebody else, the way they look, the way they act, the way they do things. And I really want my girls to be the girls championing other people on, encouraging other people, being positive about other people. I want them to be able to accept everybody, no matter what they look like, sound like, can do, like everything. And I know for me personally, when I have felt threatened or jealous by another woman, I feel like when I flip my mindset around and start encouraging that person and praising them for the qualities that make me feel inferior, I feel like it really helps me to not feel those negative feelings, to not want to chop them down, but to praise them and lift them up. It helps them and it helps myself. And that's what I'm wanting to install in my girls, is they don't need to pull someone else down to feel good about themselves. And if we create a culture where we're surrounding ourselves with people who are encouraging and being positive to, they're gonna do that in return. And all around, it's just gonna be so much better for them. And it's just that mindset that they're not competing with you. We are all on our own path and journey in life. And as Christians, we know that God has got a very specific plan for us. And so we don't have to worry about what that other person is doing. We can stay in our lane and we can encourage and support others and not feel the need to chop anybody down just because we think that they're better than us or doing something better than us or looking better than us, we can just encourage them. The third thing that I will not let my daughters do is allow their emotions to control them. It is so easy to just be reactive because you're feeling a certain way and therefore you must react using that emotion. And I see it in my daughters so often because they're obviously still in that stage of developing their frontal lobe and they don't have the cognitive ability to reason and justify. And now is the time that I am actually setting them up to succeed with this goal, because at the end of the day, when they're feeling an emotion, it's my job as their mom to first of all help them identify what that emotion is. They could be feeling hungry or tired or frustrated or hurt or sad and lonely. And once we've identified that emotion, then we're gonna just sit in that emotion. And it's perfectly fine to feel feelings. We have a heart and that's going to happen. And I never want my girls to suppress their emotions. But at the same time, the next step is so important, which is obviously processing how you're gonna work through those emotions and not to be reactive. Just because you're feeling frustrated at your sister doesn't mean you hit her or push her over. Just because you're feeling hungry, it doesn't mean that you can turn into a little monster and just stomp around screaming and shouting. We as parents are working really hard at the moment to help our girls to identify their emotions, to sit in it and process it, and then to work their way through it. I know as they get older, they're going to be feeling even more emotions, especially as they go through puberty. And I really want to equip them with emotional intelligence. I want them to be able to make good choices because we can't control others. We can only control ourselves. And I want them to be empowered that it doesn't matter how someone else makes you feel. You are in control of you. They could belittle you. They could just make you feel so lonely or angry, and it's fine for you to feel that, but you don't have to retaliate. You don't have to one-up them or anything like that. And that's what I really want to give to my girls, is for them to not be reactive. And I feel like that's honestly going to set them up really well in life, is if they have the intelligence to identify that emotion and to work through it. At the end of the day, I want them to respect their bodies and to look after it because they have been fearfully and wonderfully made. I want them to see the beautiful diversity of others and to encourage and champion it on. And I want them to be able to feel feelings and not be controlled by them, because the world is so beautiful and I want them to see that beauty every day, even in those stormy seasons. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday, because this parenting geek doesn't come with a rule book. We only have each other. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.